99.3 Nigeria Info.
Morning, everybody. You're welcome to the Daily Digest, which is the last for the week. Today being Friday. Okay, don't forget tomorrow we are going to look at have two aviation experts, two members of the aviation roundtable, and we'll be looking at the issue of jets, with the lifespan of a plane. When do you have a real need to change a plane, and so on and so forth? There are rumors out there that the Nigerian plane had already been acquired, and the rumors say that it's an Airbus, and it's that it had already been acquired, and that the government was just trying to handle the backlash, puts the responsibility to the House of Reps to demand that government that a new plane should be bought for the president. I think when it comes to common sense, if that is the strategy, it backfired, because it's the president that should be telling you that he needs a plane. You can't order him to go and buy a plane. He didn't make any demands of you. Therefore, you can't. Maybe if he wants to buy a plane and he then moves to the National Assembly to say, can you give me approval? But they claim to have set up a technical committee. I don't know who it was made of, who made up that committee, rather than have a report from the handlers of the plane. But then, I said yesterday that, I think it was on Tuesday, that I'm inclined to think that this Emilokon feeling is becoming generic in this particular regime, in that anything that this group wants is their time, and they will have it. So a new plane we are going to have, most likely. I don't know if the rumor about the Airbus is true, but we'll stick to reasoning, what I would call reasoning. We'll talk to the experts. The plane is 20 years old. The American plane is 34. We'll solve that riddle tomorrow, and so you don't want to miss tomorrow at 9 o'clock. But for today, I'm doing you a big favor, and you should sit back and take it in good faith. And then at the end of the program, if I feel so inclined, I will drop my bank details so that you can all pay tithes for this. Because when you go to church and they give you a good sermon, you say, that pastor is very, very hot. We did this one I'm giving you this morning. You should be thankful. Why do I say so? Because I've managed to bring Mrs. Vivo from the, don't be afraid, your wife has not reported you yet. I saw some men running to go and hide under the bed. No, you have Mrs. Vivo from the Lagos State domestic violence, the ones who, if your husband, they beat you, talk about noise, and he treats you anyhow, just run there. I keep telling people, it's free. I mean, Mrs. Vivo, it's free. It is free. Their services are free, and you'll be well taken care of. And if there's one thing I must say, I'm not saying it because Mrs. Vivo is here or she's pointing any envelope at me, but that if there's one thing I'm proud of in Lagos State, long before this particular government, but has been consistent till as we speak, is that domestic violence department. I don't know, Mrs. Vivo, how come you have more women in that department than men? Is it deliberate?
Is it deliberate?
Is it deliberate? Most of your lawyers there, most of them.
Yes, most of our lawyers are female.
They are female, and they are tough people.
Thank you so much, sir. We have to be tough.
They are tough people. If you go, if anybody worries you, come. I know who. When I send you to, is Mrs. Oseni still in domestic violence?
Ms. Oseni is now the head of Citizens Mediation Center.
It's just as good or as bad, depending on what side of the divide. She will crush you. She will deal with you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, sir. How are you, sir?
Fine. We spoke on the phone, and after we spoke, I just said to myself, it is apt now for us to take another look at the things that you do, yes, in the sense that I have a very funny feeling that, given the economic situation in the country, the incidents might be on the rise. Is that right or wrong?
Definitely. Just yesterday,
Yes.
we attended to 20 new cases.
20.
Just yesterday alone. But perhaps because, the physical offices were shut because of the
Yes,
holidays.
but 20 is a large number.
But typically on an average day, we do 9 to 10 new cases.
Now, these cases, how many were against men? How many were that the men were traumatizing the woman?
Yes.
Out of that 20.
Well, if we look at the data from last year, we had 90% from reporting from female,
Yes.
and then 10% from male. So last year we attended to 333 male that came to report incidents
their
of
wives.
domestic violence.
Domestic
Yes.
violence,
But we had over like 2,000 from women.
But just this morning, Sheriff was telling me that hey, JD, there are some men, T and J, they can get thumped. But and I was now telling him that verbal abuse is sometimes even worse than physical.
Like
some women have a sharp mouth.
Some men too have sharp mouth.
Yeah, it's a woman. It's a woman. When you are going to a woman will tell you, look at you. You look at what your mates are doing. To point to the TV, see. Men suffer. I want to plead the case for men today.
Thank you.
Men suffer. Some of them are they are denied their marital whatever. Don't feel me like I'm tired. I'm not doing. They are denied, and that thing can affect a man psychologically if he's turned down one time too many. Is that an offense?
Well, it's
is it
not
reportable?
An offense, but it is a form of violence. As you rightly said, it can affect their mental state of mind, emotionally, or psychologically.
So, boys, you hear that now. If your wife denies you unduly, you can go to. At the very least, they will beg. No, it's true, because you see, the unfortunate thing is that every time you hear domestic, as soon as we spoke yesterday, my mind went to women. Yes. But on second thought, I said I would devote part of the program also to what some men go through, but they are not given to
reporting.
Reporting. When you hunt twice for a man on the road and he doesn't get off the road, there's something bothering him. And in 9 cases out of 10, it's his wife. A simple thing like denial of marital thing can run a man crazy.
But I think I hear you.
Or let me say constant denial.
Constant. But I think we should ask why. Why is there a denial?
These economic times, maybe he couldn't have enough money to put down for eating and things like that.
Yes, but there are also different factors. Okay, I'll give you a clear case that happened in the office. The gentleman came in to report that he wanted a separation because it's like he's no longer feeling fulfilled in the marriage. And so we invited the lady because he wanted us to do that. And so when we're engaging during mediation, this issue of conjugal rights came up. And then the lady said, but you know my situation. And so we asked, what is the situation? And she said, when she was 3 years old, her mother, she was subjected to female genital mutilation. So she doesn't enjoy it. And she had told him during courtship. But I guess he wasn't obviously informed of the impact of that harmful practice. And so when they're trying to get intimate, she's not turned on. It's such a chore for her,
Mrs. Adeni, that thing can pain.
But it can also pain her now.
It can pain, no. Why did she marry him?
Love,
what did she think they will be doing?
Love.
How can there be love without conjugal life?
No, but she had disclosed, and that was the good thing about it. There was no deception. She had done full disclosure, and the man said, let's still go ahead, and now they are in it, and she's not enjoying it because she cannot, not because she doesn't want to enjoy it.
Don't you advise them to go their separate ways? Somebody will commit murder one day. Yes.
But I think that's where counseling comes in. Right.
No, or else you allow the man to get if you install NEPA in your house and it's whatever, you either go for solar or you go for
that is a very interesting
inverter.
Analogy.
Yes. if you will cancel them, you will because you would actually. That's why people don't ask me to come and be an arbiter or to settle quarrel. My own can be very brash. That if you want to stay married to this guy, can he have another person? so that he can sow his wild oats in that direction. Something has to happen.
Clayton, why are you looking?
It's good that people also understand that it's not just about bashing.
There are different forms.
There are different forms of.
Definitely.
So if the man came to report such a woman now, you will. How do you resolve such a thing? It's counseling, really.
We can. It depends on what they want. But if the man says, "Oh, I'm done. I'm no longer interested. I want to file for divorce," So incidentally, this woman was very receptive. She said, "It's okay. Let's go on our separate ways." You know,
she's gone. She's just and I don't believe I don't want us to have an argument because I'm not a doctor. I wish I could call my good friend. I don't believe that because of that mutilation alone, she has other reasons.
Oh no, you know there are different types of the mutilation. There's a particular one that
why do you think I know different types? I don't know now, but he would know.
How am I supposed to know? I'm listening to her. From where? I'm a man, no.
But I think it's just to underscore the point that female genital mutilation is a very harmful.
It is harmful.
Traditional practice.
It is harmful.
You know,
but I think that the woman was probably also traumatized.
She was.
Yes, she was traumatized. She was traumatized. So we, being together is such a tough thing.
Yeah.
You know? But for me, I believe in live and my favorite program on TV now is one that has one judge for me something.
Yeah.
I love
family.
Family Court.
Yeah.
That is my favorite. It's my favorite. So. But there is still that opportunity if you are traumatized by your husband or your wife, you can come to your this thing. So that is not. Let me run a commercial for you whilst he's reading something so we won't hear. So I can give them your telephone, the distress numbers.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. What are the numbers? Okay. I don't know them. I don't know them. I'm not I don't need your services because I will not be violent and nobody can be violent
but
towards me.
But you refer people to us.
I refer people to you, yes. Thank you for the other case of the other day. I will gist you later.
Yeah.
I'm back case.
Someone attacked you.
Baba. No.
It's not you.
Emikura. I'm yet to see the person. Because very simply, I live by one thing. Once I see, I'm not going to stand in front of a moving train. No. Once I see the signs, I am gone. I don't know why persistently either a woman wants to stay with a man who is beating her up and stressing her.
For different reasons. And some people don't see the signs. Or rather, they see the signs, but they don't appreciate, the danger they're about to go into.
I think the first lesson, especially for women, try and make yourself financially independent. Try as much as possible. I'm not saying you will succeed in all times because some women are held down strictly because of money.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
Yes.
That's right.
So try and make yourself independent, no matter how rich. Because when I've heard cases when people will say, "My husband loves me. He says I shouldn't work." Don't agree. Don't agree. What if something happens to him?
Exactly.
I've had cases where I've had to ask people, your husband said you shouldn't work. Are you a co-signatory to his account? No. Do you know where, or do you have a business? No. My job is to take the children to school and be ready to resume duty when the children have gone to bed. That's all you do, yes. Anything can happen. He can change, he can die. You can die. Anything can happen. So we are talking about the numbers.
Yes. Okay.
So I will repeat after you for emphasis.
Thank you, sir. 08000
08000
333
333
333
333 08000
333.
That's 08000
Yes.
333
333.
333.
Yes,
it's so easy to know.
Toll-free line.
If you have any problem, I repeat, if you have no excuse. You have no excuse. Pick up and dial. And let me tell you, even if a matter between you and your husband is resolved, If it involves domestic violence, document it.
Oh, thank you.
Call that number. You can even say, they can even come up to you to say, Mrs. Adeni, I just wanted you to know.
Yes,
I want you to record that.
Yes.
Let me give you a very simple scenario. Supposing, the man has been pestering you, but you want to keep your home. Then one day you are cutting yam in the kitchen. Okay, and here the bagger shows up again. And in a bid to swing, the knife cuts him and he dies. You'll be charged for, is it not manslaughter?
Yes.
Or murder? Yes. But if you have had it on record, that's why I'd like to stress it for the women who I want to keep my home. I want to keep my home. Keep your home, but document it.
Exactly. You never know when you may need it.
You never know. So I'm going to open up our lines. Mrs. Adeni is here. You can ask any question. We will not charge you. We will not. Mrs. Adeni will only ask questions. So you still work for government, Abi?
Yes, sir. I'm a public.
She's not going to ask questions about budget and all these things. So it's only about this domestic violence.
Domestic and sexual
domestic violence. She's not the attorney general and she has nothing to do with cholera. Let's pick the first caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Morning.
Good morning, Jimmy.
Morning, sir. Who's calling?
Citizen Gabriel from Olora.
Good morning, Mr. Gabriel. How are you?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you. I greet the people in the studio.
Okay.
Good morning.
Can I report on behalf of somebody? Maybe they don't know me, but I know that something is happening in their house. Can I report?
Yes, you can report. Call the number because you're only giving 1 minute. We can't hear your full story here. But you can call the number. What is the number again?
08,000.
08,000.
333.
08,000 333.
Okay, I can call them.
Yes, you can call them. Yes,
you can report anonymously.
The violence that is woman and man violence that is happening in my neighbor's house.
Yes, you can.
Okay,
thank you. It also concerns woman and child.
Yes, in fact, that's what I want.
Man and child.
Yes, we have a lot of. He is going to be referred as a mandated reporter.
Okay.
And so obviously we don't need to know his name and all of that. But what we just want to plead is, please give us accurate information.
So you can
so that we know exactly where the place is, so we are not calling you frantically.
Okay.
But we actually have people calling, especially when it comes to child abuse.
Oh, yes.
They keep beating this child, they keep government come and rescue this child, and we go and do the needful.
Yes. They beat some adults too.
Yes.
So if you hear a man in the flat next to yours, he's crying every night, do not think that it's just country. It's not, might not be excitement too. It could be that he's being beaten. Some women, some women can beat the living daylights out of you. There was a lady that beat me in secondary school now. In a primary school. I will never, no teacher, fellow student. She's a full grown adult now. She will be laughing. She will be laughing at home. We were both fellow students. She had a nickname that she didn't like, so I didn't know. So I called her the nickname. And she came towards me as if she was still going to wag her finger at me. Before I knew it, she had given me a tackle, Mutilule. Then she sat on me.
Oh wow!
So.
It doesn't take nonsense.
It doesn't take. He sat on me. Good morning, in case you're listening. Okay, let's pick another call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Uncle Jimmy. Good morning.
Morning, sir. Who's calling?
Emmanuel.
Mr. Emmanuel, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you.
Yes.
We are only to report domestic violence or even child abuse.
You heard now, child abuse, domestic violence.
Okay.
In fact, sometimes if you see something that is not too clear for you, report first. Yes. Then, Abby,
exactly,
and then they will then be deciding.
You can come and Ministry of Youth and Social Development will go assess.
Okay.
Can they go to the police station? Do you have officers there?
Oh yes, we have designated police stations referred to as family support units.
But the people in the police station, are they policemen or your staff?
No, they're policemen, but they've been
to
trained.
Report to policemen.
No.
Mrs. Adeni.
We have
policemen. Mrs. Adeni. What's that?
There's a message. Mr. Adeni can.
What about the police stations where you report domestic violence? where they either make fun of you or force you to reconcile. You see? I hadn't seen this.
Okay. But so,
you saw I was looking to the left and this thing was on the right. To be honest with you, people don't feel comfortable
of course,
reporting to the police.
We appreciate that. And that is why over the years...
police
is our friend. And that is why over the years, we've established designated police stations. And they are referred to as family support units.
Headed by your own staff?
No, sir. Police personnel that are trained. And
it's not the training, it's the mindset.
Training, part of the training includes mindset.
Look, jokes apart now, I make fun of these things. But I know people have identified me with you, with what you do. So I get complaints. And people always say that when they get to police station, first of all, you can't, when you want to enter a police station, it's not like when you come to your ministry, follow me low motto. But when you enter police station, it's not like that, oh. If you know
what we can do, sir?
Yes.
I would share the list of those designated
police stations.
Yes, we have them in 23 divisions across the state. And the reason why I'm speaking emphatically about it is because we have a proper partnership where if a person reports at any of those designated stations, they are not made to part with any money because government reimburses. Wow.
The government, the police station matter is not.
Let's get a break.
We go to break. I'll just go to.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this.
Elevate your work life with the HP ProBook 440 G10 Notebook PC. Pre-installed with Windows 10 Pro, upgradable to Windows 11, the HP ProBook 440 G10 laptop comes with an Intel Core i7 processor with up to 32 gigabytes of RAM. Its clear 15.6-inch display comes in either touchscreen or non-touchscreen options, giving you versatility of use. Its 1 terabyte SSD storage lets you keep the things that matters to you the most with no pressure. But that's not all. A spill-resistant full-size keyboard with a numeric keypad and optional backlight makes typing on documents a breeze. So, are you ready to elevate? Get the HP ProBook 440 15.6 inches G10 Notebook PC today and enjoy versatility. The HP ProBook 440 15.6 inch G10 Notebook PC is available at Lance Trend Limited, number 28 Otigba Street, Computer Village, Ikeja, Lagos. Visit www.lancetrend.com or call 0809 781 7579 for more information.
He done of trading himself. James, hello.
Susan, I beg. Say you dey whine me.
For where? You who no longer depend solely on your salary.
So you people trade and don't carry us along in this office, Abi?
Jerry, now you dey talk like this? Who doesn't want an extra stream of income? But I'm still looking for better trading conditions, I beg. Fast execution of my trades and possibly an account where swap no go carry all my profits where I no know.
Guy, HFM.com.
For me, I wouldn't mind better spreads at all, and it won't be a bad idea to be able to make withdrawals in a flash.
All we want is transparency and great customer service.
Guys, I said HFM.com.
Which one is HFM.com again?
Switch to HFM today to enjoy ultra-fast execution, 1 to 2,000 leverage, tight spreads, swap-free, and more.
Guy, show us the way now.
Wait, are you sure deposits and withdrawals are sharp?
I said HFM.com. Visit www.hfm.com. HFM, online trading at its finest.
It's sharing news for Lagosians as the Lagos State Judiciary introduces e-affidavit, CTC legal forms and letters without visiting the courts. Now all you have to do is to log on to www.lagoscommerce.lagosjudiciary.gov.ng/account.html. Click on Create New Account either for legal practitioner or private citizen. Now here are 6 steps to get your affidavit. First is signing with your email and password. Click on Depos to an affidavit. Select affidavit type and complete the form. Make payment online and upload signature. Call Commissioner of Oath via the platform like Zoom. And finally, take the oath. It's that simple. Swiftly get your legal forms, letters, and CTC stamped online. Hurry and visit lagoscommerce.lagosjudiciary.gov.ng today for a secure, durable, convenient, and verifiable e-affidavit without visiting the courts. This information is brought to you by the Lagos State Judiciary.
5 Alive Poppy. So much pulp. So many ways to pop it. He gulps it. She chews it. slurps it. Filled with pulp in every bowl, everyone pulps it their way. So, how do you pulp it?
Before, their problem be say our shoulder too high. They say make we lower our chest. Now, they wonder why we know they ever lack airtime, credit, and data on top our glow line. Whether cash day or cash not day.
You dey mind their Proco people for this market?
We know they call ourselves digital generation for nothing. Abi to get airtime, credit, and data, take sell plenty market every day, non-stop. Now your mates,
Whether cash in our handle or deal, we could just dey buy data and airtime credit directly from our bank account with the Glow Top Up.
That is to say, no cash, no wahala.
Yes, so cashless recharge on the go, anytime, anywhere, no stress, no shake me, no wahala.
Buy data and airtime directly from your bank account with Glow Top Up. It is easy, quick, and available on your mobile apps, ATMs, websites, leading retailers, and Glow World shops. Or download Glow Cafe app to top up, or dial *777#.
Unlimited.
Tell me which kind thing Viva no fi wash away. Jenna tomato paste or coffee stain your body. Viva go wash away. Chicken if fire close now all you need for Viva to wash away. Gentle for your pocket, gentle for your hand. Oh my Viva, you gonna make you shine. Oh Viva, oh no. I love my Viva, oh no. Uncle say bye bye to very top stage, yo. Oh no. Mama say bye bye to any kind stage, yo. Oh no. Oh Viva, oh no. I love my Viva, oh no. Fly, value jet, everybody can fly now. With value jet, all your travel worries gone now. Make you relax now, because smooth and steady, always ready to be at your service. Oh, smooth and steady, always ready.
Value Jet. Wings for everyone.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
You're listening to Jimi Disu right here on 99 Nigeria Info.
Yes, welcome back to the Daily Digest with Jimi Disu, and I have Mrs. Adeni Evivo, who is the Director General, the numero uno of domestic violence. If she grabs you, she bye. Mrs. Baba and I plan to meet once a month here, every last Friday. We hope we can sustain it every last Friday of the month. So to give you an opportunity to ask questions, and no matter how bizarre the question is, just ask it. We don't want to lose any life, do we? In the state.
We don't.
And we'd like to thank the state government for that. Even though you don't give us potable water and all of that things, this one you do. We have to be said. This is the era of cholera. Don't say anything. This is why don't say anything. Even though we both, in case they are listening, we give us water. This cholera thing is getting out of hand. And it affects it's my people that are the most affected, Lagos Island. And that's because the water, water coming from the sea itself is not any. That's where people throw all the defecation in the state. But that's the story for another day. Today, Mrs. Adeni is here to talk about domestic violence. Good morning. How are you? Good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Yes.
Benjamin from Ikoyi.
Yes.
Yes, Uncle Jimmy, I just want to talk something that concerns me now.
Yes, talk about what concerns you. Quickly,
right,
very quickly. You have a minute, sir.
Okay, sir. Sometimes ago, my wife is, it's adulterous. Let me put it that way. That he even confessed to me that when she was having it, one of the pastors in the church. Okay, I said, okay, I've forgiven you. But I tell you, Uncle Jimmy, after that, she has never done it before. She just started. I said, please, I cannot continue with this. You just have to go. What she told me was that even if I will go, I will so provoke you that you will have to beat me so that I will have something to as an excuse to go.
Are you sure she told you that?
Uncle Jimmy, I can't tell you any lie. She said she will so provoke me that I will beat her so that she will have something to take as an excuse.
Okay.
Eventually, that was the time she did it anyway. But I wanted to beat her, but she ran away. Then the next day she came. She said, okay, everything is settled. So on the Monday, I came to work. From work, before she came in, she packed everything, my 2 children, everything I had, everything to an unknown place within this Lagos. She packed everything. Then when I got home, I called her, this and that. She said the things she packed, they are her children's inheritance. So that's what she said. Okay. Can I see my children? Occasionally, she will bring these children to where, because I really love my children. She will bring these children to where I could see them, and I don't want to cause any problem. She will take them again to their. Up to now, I don't know where she lives. But my concern now, sometimes last month, she called me that she's traveling abroad, and so I don't know whose hand now she will put my children. That she's traveling next month. I don't know where whose hand now she will.
Okay, can I yes, can you book? You can book.
Yes, or you can just
when can
into
he
the
come?
office.
When can he come?
Monday to
Maybe
Friday.
he wants to see you personally, though.
Anytime.
You don't mind.
Anytime.
Okay, on Monday you go to Alausa, ask for domestic violence, ask for Mrs. Adeni Ivaivor, and they will advise you on what to do. I don't want you to give the whole story on radio, because who knows, one day you might even resolve it, but it will have been out there in the public. Okay, thank you very much.
Can I just give the address?
Give the address, yes.
Novel House, plot 3, Otumba Jobifele Way. The landmark is Mind Builder School.
Oh, you are not at Secretariat again?
Oh, no, we're now in a proper office.
Etishile Eso. You didn't invite me. Etishile. That's good. So you're now, what's the address again?
Novel House, plot 3, Otumba Jobifele Way, Central Business District. Yes. So Mind Builder School is
in Alausa?
No, sir. CBD, Central Business
District. Yes. That's near Femi's Shrine.
Yeah, well, Femi's Shrine, the shrine is
further down.
Yes.
Okay, Otumba Jobifele Way. If you put it in your Google Maps, it will show up. So, gentlemen, please go and see Mrs. Vival on Monday. Get there for about 9. Do you see visitors in the morning or in the evening? In the morning.
Start operations from 9.
From 9. Go there by 9. She's a good timekeeper. She'd have been there for 7:30, but go there at 9. Abby?
Yes, sir.
You got quiet. Let's pick another call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Morning, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. This Friday from Iboleri.
Morning, Friday. How are you?
I'm fine. Please, I want to ask a question. We are talking of domestic violence. What of violence against children? Sometimes in the bus stop, Uncle Jimmy, you will see 5 children. Once you come out, they will be running after you. You see, their father will sit in one corner, then the mother will sit at another corner.
Yes.
And most of the time, the children where they do put on this Uncle Sheriff football club jersey. So, children, sir?
Which one is
what do you mean? What do you mean?
Are you saying they are his children?
No, I'm not saying.
He's trying to throw jabs at my club. What do you mean?
Okay, Uncle Jimmy, those children, they are not going to school. Sometimes the way they attack you, they demand money for you. You don't give them. They keep on following you. They keep on drawing your clothes. Friday. What happened to those children tomorrow? Now that they are not going to school.
You don't dabaru the case by saying that the way Uncle Jerry is. Okay, it's noted. Mrs. Vival has said that you should report cases of child abuse.
Yes, but even for this particular issue, it's actually being handled by the Ministry of Youth and Social Development. I know that just recently, the Honourable Commissioner set up a task force to address these issues of especially children that are used as beggars. and it's
which commissioner is this? Justice?
Ministry of Youth and Social Development. The Honourable Commissioner for Youth and Social Development, in partnership with the police, and efforts are ongoing to remove these children from the streets.
Once you partner with the police, then go dabaru everything. They will dabaru it. I think, can we report at local government offices? Do you have officers there?
Yes, there are.
Very good. Government. So yes.
Jimmy, permits me to use this opportunity.
Yes.
To instill confidence and faith in our listeners, in the police. They may not be. I don't think any institution can boast of perfection, to be honest. But I think a lot of effort has been made to build capacity of designated police officers to address these issues, and we are seeing progress. Okay. If you look at just last year, we were able to secure over 60 judgments for cases of rape and defilement. It didn't happen in the past.
May I ask a question? The job of the policeman on duty is to refer the case immediately.
To investigate.
Oh, to investigate.
The police is to investigate and, link the suspect to the crime. So it's not enough for you to come and report that, I've been raped, for instance. You must visit the scene of the crime. You should refer to the hospital for medical attention. Link the suspect to the crime. And that is being done. I think you need to invite the PPRO to come and speak authoritatively.
So you should invite Benjamin.
Yes.
Sheriff will.
No, Benjamin will come on Kofi's show next week.
Okay.
Okay. He will come. Okay. All right. We'll be glad to have him.
You sure don't trust his
No, not Ben. No, he's a good Undenyabi. Oh yeah, he's doing his job well. But the situation, I believe, and this is my opinion, and I'm entitled to it, is even beyond him. Himself and Adejobi, they're trying as much as they can, but the rot in that system. But we are not talking about the police because you have a police escort, don't you?
I don't have a police.
Okay.
But we work very, very closely with the police, so I must speak up for them.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this one.
Hello, yes.
Hello, good morning.
Morning. Which one is that? This one. Okay. Morning.
My name is Nena.
Morning, madam.
The issue of the beggars, the children.
The beggars?
The children that are used for begging.
Yes.
It's not hidden. All over Lagos Island, Marina, you see them. You know how Fashola achieved what he did? He banned the children from begging at least during school hours. Every child must be away from the road. And no child was hawking there, if we all remember. And then you see the policeman that is supposed to be enforcing it just right in front of them. Do you understand? So if they can be told, because they know where they come. When you go to the market early in the morning like 5, you see them start coming out. Once they are told, they will be told where they worship, what to do. And you see these children disappear from the road because it's very bad. They are being molested.
Okay, I think it's in line with what we've just been talking about. Obagoriola Stevens says, please, I want to ask about a domestic violence that the victim is not ready to report or take actions. She's not even ready to leave the marriage. If you report such people, they'll tell you what is your business.
Yes.
What do we do in such scenarios?
We want to encourage you to please report. Do you realize that there are some people that are in abusive relationships and they don't know that they are in abusive relationships? They think it's normal because perhaps if you look at their history, perhaps this is what they saw as children. They saw daddy and mommy fighting. So violence has been normalized. And if you want to help somebody, the person must appreciate that they have a problem. So in this kind of situation, what we'll be doing is more of psychosocial support.
You will notice that I haven't sent cases to you in recent times.
Yes.
And that is because sometimes you do get embarrassed. They come here. Usually they come here. This is where they come at the gates. I meet them and I say, okay, go to domestic, blah, 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 blah. Some get there and tell a different story. Some get there and change tune. Some get there. And we will continue with the enlightenment. To enlighten women, to emancipate them. Because it's more of the women, really. For the men, it could be shame. How can a whole man go and report that? This woman peace, what do you know? But it's important for people to know not to joke with these things because the consequences could be
dire.
Very, very dire. And the worst one is the consequences where you now become
the abuser.
You become the abuser.
Yes.
Maybe in self-defense. Maybe you just taking off on your backhand, then
and person just dies.
It just dies.
I remember Olumide sharing a story of something like that. You
Yes.
know Olumide?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he said that this woman had been abusing this man for a long period of time.
Yeah.
That one moment the man wanted to go out of the house because of the usual abuse, and the woman held on to his clothes and he just yanked the clothes away, and the woman fell, hit her head, and that was it.
And that was it.
And he's probably in Kirikiri now.
Yes,
Yes, of course.
I go chop beans. So we plead with you to document. I keep repeating, even if you solve the problem, the first time anybody hits you,
please
go get it documented for your own sake. Okay. Is it an offense not to report? Do you become an accomplice? If, for example, I'm a landlord, every night igba, in the morning they come out smiling. Is it? Am I condoning? Is it an offense? Am I an accessory?
After the fact. Well, so in the law, we have some specific individuals that are mandated reporters.
Okay.
Religious clerics.
Pastor
Imams, yes. School educators, guidance counselors, social workers, doctors, nurses. These are mandated reporters. So if they see something, they have a duty to report.
When are we going to have, this is a policy question, I don't know if you can answer it. When are we going to have justices of the peace that we had way back in the 60s? God bless the late Pa Ogumbi of Wakeman Street. He was the justice of the peace.
I think it's been a while since
it's been a while. Yes.
Appointed.
We had JPs. We had not Jerusalem Pilgrim.
No.
The justice of the peace.
Yes.
I think we need to get that back. I think we need to get that back into our system where you have responsible elderly people who can take care of things like this in the community. We don't live like a community anymore, though.
We don't. Every
man for himself and God for us all. You live in a block of 6 flats. You don't know the name and where the man works on the flat upstairs. Everybody tends to mind his business. And there's a price to pay for it. There's a price to pay for it. 9:45. I have a caller. I have it on Skype. Hello, good morning.
Hello,
good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Uncle Jimmy. My name is Femi.
Yes.
Good morning, Mr. Sheriff, everybody.
Liverpool or something like that.
No. I'm from London.
London. Okay, London.
Ben. Firstly, Uncle Sheriff, I think we might need to buy Friday. This one that is just entering.
I will deal with him.
But don't worry, by next year, you have trophy to celebrate.
You know, part of the risk in this business is that maybe it's at that time they call Sheriff's name that somebody is putting on the radio. They will say that some children who know Sheriff.
Just start getting lorries.
Maybe just at that time somebody is on the radio and is going, these children who know Sheriff.
So, Uncle Jimmy, the issue we raised today is actually a very serious one. But I would like to look at it from this angle. Why is it that we always reactive rather than be proactive? What do we advise people to do before they get married? Because I'll use an example. While I was studying at the University of Ilorin some time back, I had a friend who had a girlfriend. He was always beating this girl. We as the friends, like, she couldn't face me basically because we were just saying yawowa. One of my friends advised the lady to say, we don't like the way that this guy is maltreating you, because he was beating you and he also had another girl. Advised his babe. Babe went to report to the guy. The guy started fighting our friend. And same thing, the day I spoke with the babe to advise her with regards to this guy, same thing she told the guy, but the guy couldn't face me because we are friends now. To face what? I'm a face no.
Well, okay. I think the idea, because 1 minute is up. Look, at the end of the day, everybody is responsible for himself. Yes. You do have some women, I call those women, you go kill me today. Even when you are separating them from fighting, she will go back again. Next thing you hear the door close and everybody is living happily ever after.
Yes. But I think the point he was making was how are we being proactive in terms of, how do we prevent? And I think that's a fantastic point he raised. And what we're doing is actually working with registrars of marriages. We're working with the religious clerics, because if marriages are contracted either in the church or in the mosque, you must go for counseling, at least even if it's 2-3 weeks. So what we've done now, or what we're doing, is infuse domestic violence into their compulsory counseling.
I tell you where the problem lies. In these NGOs, some of the so-called counselors are textbook counselors. They are not trained themselves. Some of those who conduct this counseling
in the churches,
in the mosques, yes, and the mosques, and some NGOs are not particular. I'm sure it takes some training for you to. Yes, they are not trained.
Yes,
because in the church now, you go for counseling. This husband, this wife. Open your Bible to Corinthians 1:5. Yes. You understand what does it say? And that's not the issue.
So the point is, what we are doing is to build their capacity to be able to provide this service. So they are already trained counselors, religious counselors.
Oh, you train these counselors?
We are training those religious counselors to be able to provide this service. So before you say I do, what are the red flags? Are these things that we keep telling you can't wish away, you can't pray away violence. You have to address it.
You just have to manage
it. Or you take a walk. It's easier to call off an engagement than leave an abusive relationship or an abusive marriage. So what are the red flags? How can you manage these red flags? How can you improve your communication and all of that? Then, just piggybacking on what he said, we're also going to the universities, because we know that this is the time where they are courting, they are looking for suitors.
It's all about love.
So what are the red flags? Somebody is already slapping you in courtship. Of course, he or she is going to beat you in marriage. So there are certain things you should not accept in courtship.
Okay. You know what? The next session we are going to have, we'll talk about the red flags.
Awesome.
Okay, so please note it down. We'll talk about the red flags. It's 9:50. I have to go. I'd like to thank Mrs. Adeni Iviva for being here, and to say we are very proud of you. How do you greet somebody? No, let's say it in English, because the house will tura.
But the funny thing is, English people call it housewarming. That doesn't speak of tura.
So you did the opening. This thing you did. One thing I like about government will first of all launch they will launch the roll-off, flag off. He did the flag off. You didn't tell us. You did the opening.
We've been there going to 2 years now.
You didn't tell us.
They are proper agency now.
How much of soft drinks and sausage roll and whatever we have eaten that you didn't invest? Okay.
What's that?
I guess I've totally misunderstood. Then he would now say that the house, how much did they build it and so on. Thank you very much, Mrs. Adeni. So that's why we'll end it for today. We'll be back to, by the way, I want to quickly correct something. Sheriff had nothing to do with the children. What did they say the children did?
He said the children that are in Boston are wearing
they were wearing your T-shirt with your photograph on it.
No. Why are you complicating
but that's how we report news in Nigeria now. That's how the story will go. Okay, so we'll be back tomorrow to talk about this mighty jets that we want to buy. We'll be here tomorrow at 9. And Sheriff, thank you so much for being with me here.
Yes, sir.
All right, so that's all. What's Up Lagos comes up next immediately on the hour. So see you then. Bye.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.